Hello, I'm redoing another video. I'm making another video about making bread. This time it will not be the dark bread, the whole wheat bread. I will make almost the same recipe, but with white bread, because first of all, it is delicious. I will not really make it for me, because I prefer really the dark bread and the whole wheat. But my friend Tony, for example, who has tried already at home, it didn't really work so well. So I tried to augment a little bit the recipe to make it easier for everybody, especially for my best good friend Marielle. She has a house, a farmhouse living up there, and many visitors. For her it would be a wonderful thing to be able to make her own bread for breakfast, have it ready. I will make it for her basically, and I try to keep it in just hopefully under 10 minutes, because like my friend Tony, nobody has that long attention span of 20 minutes like the last recipe. So I hope I make it. Have fun watching. Very important, those are already 5 cups of flour. Here is the 6th cup. I will make the double recipe. Make sure, I made sure that you see right here on the wrap there is a rim. I made sure this time I did not overfill. My other ones, the mistake was, it was always a little bit full like this, and those little 2 extra spoons per cup make a heck of a difference on the end, and that's why I always had problems with the liquid not being enough. After the flour, since it's a double recipe, there will be 2 teaspoons of salt. I actually made one bread the other day with only 1 teaspoon, and it was not bad. But I think 2 teaspoons is just the right amount. After the salt, I will add now from the yeast, traditional Fleischmann, I mean you can dry yeast, 2 teaspoons of dry yeast. My friend Tony made this recipe. He said he only used 1/4 teaspoon, and he had problems with the recipe, which could maybe explain that. The salt and yeast have been added. Now I will mix this all up very nicely. Well, I'm back. This is actually a second try I did yesterday, and I somehow used too much water. So now I'm going with the original recipe, because I cut down the flour, and hopefully this time it will not be too liquid. I worked it out anyway, but it somehow didn't follow the recipe easy, so I decided to make a new go at it for you to have the benefit of having it work the way it is supposed to work. Yeah, this looks better. Yesterday it was so soft that I I had problems with, especially after it came out of the oven for the 2-3 hours. That was not easy to work with this. So now we do it a bit the right way. I used exactly 3 cups of warm water. The flour I measured, I weighed it actually, the measurement, and I weighed, it was 94 grams per cup. It weighed 94 grams. So I did almost 600 grams. Let's say I cut 20 grams out. So 580 to 600 grams of flour. And as you can see, it makes a very acceptable dough here. The oven is of course warm with the light. I turned it on 2-3 hours ago just to see if it really heats up without heating up the oven. And it's a wonderful temperature in there. There should be no problem to use this. So now I did before, I used a wet towel. I even changed this now to, I'm using a plastic bag, much easier, less problem with sticking afterwards. put this in the oven for the 3 hours we have to wait. And that's that. See you in 3 hours. Well, I have done the work with it. It came out very nicely. I'm of course keep it full with flour. Much easier to work with than yesterday. I'll probably be able to lift it up without getting too screwed up here. So I do my cut now. My cuts. And now we have to wait about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes till the oven is hot to 400, and the glass, I will cook it in a glass and container like this. Again, I want to point out that here, right where the rim starts going outward, this is where the cup signed 1 cup ends. Very important when you do your flour, you fill it exactly even to this height, not more high in the middle, so you don't get too much flour in your 6 cups. Like I said, I weighed it. If you go by weight, it should be 580 grams, something like 570, 580 grams. Could be 600, no problem, but don't go higher. And with the water, the same thing, right up to here. That's it. That should be enough to get the same dough as I have here received. But it's going towards the time where it goes in the oven. I'm getting ready to take out the careful again, very, very hot stuff. Well, it didn't really work out as beautiful as I was hoping, but I hope it's good enough to... It's hard with this form. It seems so much easier with the Dutch oven where it fits perfectly in. Well, the bread is done. It worked very well. It didn't stick in the pot. It maybe got a little bit dark. I was playing on the internet with my friends, so it maybe be a little. Oh, it's quite nice. Smells good. But it's very crunchy, very crispy, very, very nice. Like I said, it may have been in 5 or 10 minutes, a bit too long, but other than that, turned out very well. Quick recipe, easy done. Smell delicious. Ciao, guys. Well, this is after the thought. I'm just putting together the video, and I realized there's a few little things I basically should have mentioned, or I sort of cut out of the editing. One of which is the time in the oven. I put the dough in the oven with, it was 40 minutes to start with, and then I added 15 minutes. And that was much too much, because I forgot there is no lid. Usually I do like 35 minutes with lid on, then I take for 10 minutes the lid off. 40 minutes should have been enough, and the color was beautiful. It got a little bit dark, although I ate the whole bread. It was freaking delicious, and the color, it was no burnt flavor. It was just the skin the outside got a bit crispier and deeper crispy. That's all. It was delicious. So make sure you don't go in this size of loaf. Don't go more than 40-45 minutes is the most, but 40 minutes should do it by 400, and that should be just perfect. So I hope your results will be as good as mine. Till next time.